Just doing some last minute welding. On this jalopy. Just kidding. But for real, it's like bringing a butter knife to a sword fight.
Back to the channel. So we're back to, you know, 5 days to a derby. Not a big deal. Got 2 cars to get ready. You know, typical stuff. We're gonna try to get this car ready for Lewistown, Montana on Saturday, and then the raffle car from the last video, we're gonna try to get it ready. So it's the same set of rules, class 3 Montana rules. So the raffle car just needs pulled down, plated, the hump fixed, some little stuff, radiator. I think it might need a fan too. Have to look. This car is actually like a class 2 car, so it's gonna need the bumper cut off and then hard nosed. Probably some more added to the cage. It needs a bigger fuel cell. The battery is pretty small and kind of mounted weird, so we're gonna put a bigger battery in. The axle is actually broken on this, so we're gonna fix that. And then we can have 6 5x5 by 3/16 plates you can put anywhere on the car. So we'll throw those on there. 10-inch bumper brackets need to throw on there. So we got some work to do. But first we're going to get this axle changed. So the last derby that Brooke was in, this little guy, not you Ribby, this little axle broke. One of my videos you can see me trying to get the remnants off one of the rims that was on here. So we have a donor rear end. This is like an 80s Ford. This came out of a 97. I don't know anything about them, so hopefully they work. I'm sure somebody's gonna say duh, they work, or no, they don't work, after I, you know, pull everything apart and figure it out for myself. So that's what we got going today. Try to get this one kind of fixed up. It does run, drives. The column shifter is still on this thing. This was basically just a throw together chain car, but it's all bound up because the front end came up some. And then this is what I was talking about up here. The frame will need to be hard nosed, but, and then we can weld the bumper on. We'll probably throw 74 Chev bumper on. I have this guy here and then seam welded one. We'll figure that out, but should be able to get these doctored together. It's Monday about 8ish in the morning, and fingers crossed we'll have both of these done. We have the diff cover out, we got the pin out, we got the C-clip off. This actually had one of those locking lug nuts on, and I have a grinder, so that's what it is. This thing should slip out of there, and we're gonna get this one apart. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it broke right at the end, so it's just hanging out right there. Should be fairly easy to get. out of there. Pretty much the same process. Pull everything apart, and then we'll slide that new axle in. Okay, we got the old axle out, the broke one. Luckily it broke off here, so we didn't have to try to fish that little guy out of there. Got it out. Seal is bad, and this brake backing is actually bent too. So I think what I'm going to do is just take this brake backing off and put it on here. I'm going to guess I can't get the seal out of this one nicely, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. Is in. I ended up cutting this tube off because the other bearing was cracked. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but there's a crack right there, and there's a crack right there. So cut this off so I could put a socket on it, hit it from the other side to push it out. Didn't want to ruin it or anything. Got everything back together, got the backing plate. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but there's actually a gap right here, and you can see the pad on the inside. So I'm assuming this axle is probably just a hair longer. They're both the driver's side, but different years. I don't know, but everything went back together real good. So I'm gonna leave the diff cover off. Gotta weld up those spider gears, but other than that, we'll move on to the next project. We got the tire on the Crown Vic. Ran into town, grabbed some lunch. It's now 102 with the wind blowing. Feels like a furnace in my face, so that's good. We're gonna get this car moved out of the way, do some mowing, cleaning up, get this rear end out of here. Move those cars over there and park this thing out front. Grab that raffle car over there and park it out front. So a little cleaning up, and we'll do some stuff. Still moving. just hooked to the edge of that frame where that mount goes, so trying to be easy, I don't rip that thing. It's kind of... What did I just say about ripping that? That's that would be my luck right there. So I'm gonna call that. Let's go ahead and not rip that, and that's exactly what I did. So I guess if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any at all. So. Now what do I say? I hope that thing just rips down the whole frame. I guess, because then it won't. I don't know. I don't know what the magic is. Any other guys out there have crappy luck? You gotta do something and it just breaks? Or you want to break something and you can't break it? Like, derby car life, right? Where are you headed now? That's probably out of the way. Moved out back. That thing's out of the way. We're gonna come over here and move the raffle car out front. Oh, steering's bent in like a 45, so this should be fun. See if this thing will steer out front. I don't think I showed you guys, but this bent a little bit. Pretty sure it was my fault. Didn't have enough slide in it. Super comfortable where the steering wheel was, so I didn't even think about moving it back and cutting it off a little bit for this mid-size car. But it came right out of the Monte Carlo and didn't have issues with that. And that thing, I mean, that thing was like this. So, yeah, let's try it. If this thing's still rough. Oh yeah. Update. Both of them are sitting out front. Grass is all cut. Wind's still blowing, but hey, it's Montana. It's like 99 degrees. Wind's blowing, I'm sweating. The wind literally doesn't help a thing. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this hood off. I think we're gonna get that steering yanked out of there. I grabbed a chunk of 1-inch sucker rod from the oil field. Kind of works handy, but we're gonna swap that piece out. See what else is going on underneath here, because I know straps for the radiator are hanging down, so I can only imagine what's going on there. Got the hood off. It's not as bad as I thought, but fan's gone. Still out of belt. We're pumping water.
Hoses are good. One strap's holding. I don't know if that fan came apart and we just blew a hole in the radiator or what's going on there. This looks like it's in pretty good shape still, all the way up, other than that one piece after the U-joint is bent. And I did notice that this plate right here is bent that way, so that's not helping anything. So we'll get that all yanked out. I'll probably just end up cutting it right here and then pulling those heim joints out, straightening the plate, and then throwing our new piece of 1" in there. And we'll be able to slide this off of here and weld that new piece on. Then we can weld the steering wheel end on where we need it. We should be all good to go. I don't know if the radiator's fixable or not. Kind of seems like it would be, but we'll get it out and get a closer look. Alright, we got the radiator out. Actually, if you believe this, we're still riding. Looks like we just have this little guy right here, maybe some whatever here, and then I don't think that's anything to worry about down there. There's some JB steel. I don't know if you guys have used that before, but you just pull those fins, roll those around, smear some JB steel in there, and I have a radiator again, because it's a form fit, you know. And then this thing's definitely tacoed, banana, depending on what you're in the mood for. But got that cut off. Everything else looks good. This looks great. These look fine. The U-joint down at the box looks fine. Just gotta swap this out. I cut this back a little ways because I'm pretty sure this 1" slides into here, so I'll be able to cut these welds off and slide that off, slide the new one in, and we can run it through these heims and do the same here. Just cut the weld off, pop that out, replace that rod, and we should be good to go. Okay, we got it. We got this piece cut off here. Knuckle cut off, but the problem is my piece that I have is like 7/8. So get another piece for that. I thought it was 1" but I'm pretty sure this right here is 1". Have to find a chunk of that, but other than that, we can get that all put back together. Should be fairly easy. It hit like 108, 109 today, and we have a swimming pool, so that's what I went and did. That felt real nice, hence the change of clothes. But I got to thinking, I have this steering column in my Blizzard Bash car. I'm gonna have to take that battery out for the Crown Vic for Brooke, and I only have 2 of these columns. I hate pulling parts out of other cars, but she's gonna need the battery, probably the fuel tank. I might have something else figured out there, but yeah, we're gonna yank this steering column out. Alright, so I got the column out of the Blizzard Bash car, grabbed the steering wheel too. I don't know why I always say we. We did this, we did that. We're gonna grab this. I don't know. Just me. So I grabbed this. It's all good to go. Still straight. We'll slam this in, but right now, pretty sure we have pizza cooking. Pretty sure she has pizza cooking. There we go. So we will see you. See, there I go again. I will see you bright and early tomorrow. Okay, we got the steering all in, got that plate back straight. I'm just gonna leave this kind of loose for now just so I can steer it until we get the front end pulled back down. Then we'll know where our slide is gonna have to be. I don't want to get it all tight now and then pull it out and then have, you know, like barely any slide left. So want that overlapping pretty good ways. I think those are like 10 inches long and there's about half of it hanging out. So if we pull it out, I feel like it's just gonna essentially just come out of there. So we'll just leave it like that for now, so we can still drive it around and drive it up on the trailer and get this all pulled out. It actually got stuck when I was pulling it from out back because the frame's so close to the ground. So got that taken care of, and then we're gonna have to empty my 40-foot trailer off. So that's probably next. Alright, so got the trailer all cleared off. Got the car on the trailer, chain down in the front, chain down in the back. Got the tire off, got some blocks underneath here. This thing's tight. So the idea basically is to pull this up and throw a little heat on there and jack this up and try to do it real slow. It is cracked under here, but by the time this is all done, we should be able to weld the cracks back up. I'm gonna try to just heat this and beat it in rather than using a plate here. So we'll see how it goes. Just an FYI, I'm not doing a how-to video. This is just what I'm doing. This is how I do it. You guys do it however you want to do it, go ahead. If you get some ideas off this, cool. Had some comments saying that I didn't know how to build a car. Maybe I don't know, but this isn't a how-to. This is a look what I'm doing. So I guess if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I don't know what to say. So let's try to get this thing bent back straight, and we'll see how it goes. That's pretty good, but it's still kind of going downhill, so try to get it to yeet up a little bit. And both were jacked or no good. They sacrificed themselves with a hump job. This morning, it's about 7:44 in the morning. Got some stuff done last night. We got this all pushed in. It was kind of dimpling here. Got the hump pretty much fixed. Dimpled it right here a little bit. Try to get that thing rolling up. And a whole bunch of sheet metal work. I don't know why, but I cannot find this last night. Me and Spencer looked forever in a lot of different vehicles. Could not find that, but we're gonna do some more sheet metal work today. I think Spencer's probably gonna come back out and help me with that. And then we're gonna get that front end pulled down, but yeah, we'll keep pecking away at it, try to get this thing knocked out.
No matter who you are, no matter what you want your life to be, you're gonna be a star, rolling like a VIP. You rock the talent hard, and it's everything you'll ever need. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're living like a rock star, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're living like a rock star, baby. Pack up your entourage and come and take a ride with me. You're always living large, and life is just a fantasy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're living like a rock star, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're living like a rock star, baby. No matter who you are, no matter what you want your life to be, you're gonna be a star, rolling like a VIP. You rock the talent hard, and it's everything you'll ever need. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're living like a rock star, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're living like a rock star, baby. You're living like a rock star, baby.
Alright, I think we got the back pretty much done. This thing isn't taking off like I wanted it to. I wanted it to dimple a little more, but the hump is fixed. Got the sheet metal pulled out a little bit. Got the trunk somewhat canoed so I can see at least. Everything's rolling pretty nice. Couldn't really get in here and I was running out of oxygen. I hate doing this. I hate doing that, but it's what it is. I'm gonna try to get that thing to go, but this hump's fixed. This actually tore on the bottom, which most of the time when I dimple they don't tear right away, but that one tore too. All in all, it went up nice. Just need it to keep going. So I guess next we're gonna move on to the front. Just pretty sure, yeah, there's a little spot right down here, but maybe underneath the crush box area. And then there is a little bit of a dimple there on the inside. So we'll jack this up, throw some tires under here, and then use our chain come-alongs off the bumper and pull out and down on it. I don't think we'll have to add any heat. We got the weight of the motor helping us, but get this pushed down and get some plates on it. Down real nice. I'm just not liking that too much because it didn't really move, but I'm out of oxygen, so that's what I'm gonna do next. Just gonna kind of let this sit while I'm gone. A lot of tension on it, so we'll just let that sit. My blocks are trying to come over, but I think we're about where we want it to be, so had to switch out the acetylene. It's full, brand new, and then no oxygen. So we're gonna go get that switched out, put a little heat on that bend, and should be looking pretty good. All right, got back. We got a bottle of oxygen. Acetylene was full, so good to go there. We got the front pulled down on both sides now. Got the other one rigged up, tire off, pulled down. Try to heat that little guy up and see if we can't get it to move a little. Move. Try to get the bubble on the bottom out of here. Call that good right there. Kind of got rid of that bubble on the bottom and the bubble on the top. Just plate right over top that. We're all set up, ready to weld. Gonna get this seam re-welded up here. Took pictures of it because it is ripped. I need proof. And then this seam came undone up here. So we'll get that welded up real quick and then throw some plates on. We got plates on. Not too bad of welds for welding in the wind, you know. I think they turned out all right. Still got to weld the inside of this one, but worked out well. So now we have 1, 2, 3, and then I'm just gonna put the ones on the other side in the same place. So I'll move everything over to that side and get the day. Finally don't have any wind blowing around. Went to load this on the trailer last night and this tire was up into the wheel well super hard, so it popped. But got the front tires changed out. Could not get these lug nuts off. These were pretty messed up, so we switched the hub out. Those are ready to go. That's ready to go on the trailer. Oh, this car, we got the fender pulled out. We got the door somewhat fixed. Trunk should be looking pretty decent. Ended up getting all our plates on. Got the one up front here and then one back here. We have all 6 plates on. So this needs new fan, which I have, and then fix the radiator and put it in. It needs a belt. I'm gonna try to throw a rear window bar in and probably throw a paint job on this thing, but other than that, this one's done. So let's focus on this one. And oh, we got a mess, but we'll get her done. Alright, decided to throw this rear window bar in. So that's all done and ready to go. I'm gonna get that car on the trailer and get her pulled down and plated. Okay, we got an update here. Put a new fan on, new belt, just robbed some parts from out back. Noticed the oil cap was missing. Pulled that out of an 03, had to trim her up a little bit to make it work, but that worked. Distributor cap has a crack in it, so we'll get a new one of those. Radiator had a hole in it, so we snagged one of those from out back. Some pretty good gashes in it, so grabbed another one of those. So we'll get that in. Here's the old fan. Yeah, she's junk. I'm gonna get some new straps. It's gonna do a little parts run, I suppose. Got a list going here. Zip tie the cap in after we get that in. I need to straighten it out. Straighten the front and then plate it. Still gotta weld that rear end up. I don't know what cheek trans fluid means. Oh, I guess that's a C. I'm not an idiot. Check tranny fluid. We're gonna put a bigger battery, the battery out of my Blizzard Bash car in here. Still got to change the rear tires. This show they do not allow roof signs. I don't know why. It's whatever. She's gonna paint the white black, I think. Pull out the driver's door. That's a little caved in. The solenoid for whatever reason isn't working, so we're gonna grab a new one of those. And then we still got 2 hard nose this bumper, so we'll end up cutting about 4 inches off that and then sliding the bumper back. I haven't decided if we're gonna run this bumper or like a 74 Impala bumper. This one's still straight, so I just don't want this thing to collapse on her and radiator push into the fan and have the same deal that happened last time. So a good bumper would be great. This one is all but done. Still gotta swap the fan out, throw the radiator in after we fix that. I'm gonna throw some 9-wire on it, give her a paint job, and charging the battery right now. Other than that, got the rear window bar in and done. I think I mentioned that, but we're looking pretty good here. So I'm gonna run into town, grab parts. I got a list of parts I gotta grab, and then throw some tranny fluid in this. I'm pretty sure it needs some. Get it up on the trailer, get her straightened out, and should be looking pretty good. All right, got back from our parts run. Took something on the lens there. Took about an hour, you know, so we got all the time in the world, right? Got some hose clamps, got a solenoid, got a distributor cap, got some JB steel for fixing the radiator. That stuff works really good. Some ratchet straps, got some paint, and transmission fluid. That was $240 for all that. It's just crazy to me because like 5 years ago that would have been like 75 bucks. $243. Anyways, we'll get the solenoid changed out, get this cap changed out, and get a radiator in. We can strap it in. We got all the parts we need. Fingers crossed. So let's get after it. Of course. Brand new solenoid. Got her a little too tight. Grabbed a old one out of one of the box Fords out back. That'll work. Just have to either weld a bolt to the cage or just weld it to the cage because I'm over it. Went to start it up to drive closer to the welder. Forgot our tranny lines are disconnected from the radiator, so we're gonna square this all up, and then it started, ran, so we know that's gonna work. So we'll get after that. All right, we got the Vic on the trailer, aka frame rack. Ready to pull this thing straight. bent here a little bit. That should pull out. We'll just put a plate there. Same with the other side, and then I guess we'll see what happens and put our other 2 plates somewhere else. Earlier I was saying we are going to turn this into a class 3 car, but we just don't have the time, so it'll stay a class 2. Brooke's gonna wheel this thing, and I mean, there can't be 2 winners, so here we go. So yeah, that's about it. Got my dad doing some radiator repair. How's this going? Oh, there's a lot of holes to fix. I think we'll squeeze them, glue them, and check it. Yeah, with the price of radiators, probably worth it to fix some of these. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of them. Might as well try to make them work. Had some dinner, got this plate on, didn't really know where to put this one because this is all still straight, because you can't weld your steering down, but the fix-it plate rule also says you can put your plates anywhere, so I don't know, we'll see what they say about that. But I think Brooke's gonna throw some paint on this one. Should be we're looking pretty good. Alright, so Brooke ran out of skylight, the light in the sky, so she got this side all painted, and then I got the rear end all welded up, but we're out of light, so we'll see in the morning. Well, it's morning again, about 8 o'clock in the morning. The doggo's out here with me. So today is the day. Today's the last day, so we got to get this stuff done. Brooke's going to be getting off work about 4:30. We're going to be taking off to Lewistown to go to a concert tonight, and then Derby tomorrow. So basically need to cut this off, move it back, weld it on, put the diff cover back on, put the bigger battery in, and other than a few tiny little things after that, I think hers is good. Still got the fan and the radiator in mine, and then I totally forgot, but this is right behind my head, and it's not attached. So yeah, we're gonna want to pull that out a little bit. So we'll get that reattached, and I think we're looking pretty good. What do you think, Pusher? You looking pretty good? No? Okay. Riv? Oh, okay. Some of you guys are probably like, what's this big idiot doing out here in the dirt? You know, why doesn't he have you know, the little thing that goes over your head, the shoppy thing? That's gonna happen one of these days, you know. It's not gonna happen today or tomorrow, but eventually we'll put something up. I'd like to put a 40 by 60 right next to this green shed and kind of attach it to that, and then come out and over and back and take that part of the fence out and move it, you know, to the back side over there where people can't see the junkyard that I have. So it'll come, it'll eventually come. We'll get a shop going, and you know, we'll have the roof thing over our head, but for now it's building the dirt. So let's finish these things. Okay, we got the front bumper on. This other bumper, the outsides are bent on both sides, so I had like a V shape I was trying to fill. Like the bracket is straight, but the bumper was coming in like this, so we just grabbed a freshish one, a fresh one, kind of fresh. Basically it's just a chain class with 4 plates, and you get to hard nose a bumper. So that should do real good. I forgot about the sway bar, but we got it cut off. It was up there rubbing the pulley, so definitely want to get rid of that. Next up, we'll get a battery thrown in this thing. I'll go pull it out real quick, get it dumped in, drilled holes, bolted in, and this one should be getting real close. Oh, we'll swap those tires out too, so we're getting there. All right, so got my car all done, got the radiator in, got it full of water, got the fan swapped, got the hood on, finished painting it. That thing is good to go, other than 9-wire, which we can do that at any point. So I went to read the rules to see what I could weld for the driver's door, and one of the top things that they said on their website is that class 2, which that's what we were gonna originally, this was gonna be a class 3 car, and then we changed back to a class 2, then we went to class 3 again. Well, you have to run DOT tires in class 2, and that's something for that town. That's not a statewide thing. I don't know why they changed that. As you can see, these aren't DOT tires. So I guess we're just gonna make this a class 3, because I mean, what am I gonna make her run this? I mean, by the time I go get tubes put in and all that stuff, I mean, I could have thrown bumper brackets and arm straps on this. Really, honestly, the only difference, there's chain or weld in 2 spots per seam. You get a 3x3 patch in class 2. Class 3 is 5-on 5-off. Class 2, you wire your hood in 2 spots per side, 4 sides of the hood, so 8 spots. Or class 3 is 6 hood bolts or angle iron, and you get 1-inch all thread in the front with a 10-inch bracket. So I think we're just going to throw a 10-inch bracket on here, 2 more fix-it plates, A-arm straps on the back, and then do hood angle iron and all thread. And I guess she's running class 3, because I literally have no DOT tires. That's crazy. But you can run a van in the 80s chain class. You can run a van. So I'm gonna try to make sense of all that, and try to get a shifter made and some plates and stuff burned on this, I guess. We got a push-pull shifter in. Battery is 100% bolted in. Put a 10-gallon fuel tank in there instead of a 3-gallon. Update on that, she gone. So we got Spencer bringing us another one. Me and Brooke are actually going to a concert, so I guess I'll leave my dad and Spencer to work on this. We got a wheel over there locked up for some reason, so Bob's working on that, and I guess I'll be back.
Just doing some last minute welding. On this jalopy. Just kidding. But for real, it's like bringing a butter knife to a sword fight. And then Eric has a pistol. So Eric's is all good to go. I think it just needs some 9-wire. Finishing up on my car. Originally it was supposed to be a chain car. Now it's a class 3. How do you feel?
I don't know. Overwhelmed.
It's almost done. I've driven worse.
We'll be right.
Yeah.
You want to turn the wheel? It's Derby Day. Officially done with Brooks' car. Bumper straps, all thread, core support spacers, bumper brackets. My dad got the other side wheel free. Caliper wasn't coming unstuck, so that's all good to go. This one's all good to go, so it's time to load and head out. Okay, we're ready to hit the highway. Got the cars all loaded up. Got a couple little things to do. Got all our stuff on the front. A couple little things to do when I get there. I got some 9-wire to put on. I think we got to bleed Brooks brakes maybe, because my dad changed that caliper. But stop and grab some fuel and some road snacks, and we're Lewistown bound. Derby Day. Alright, made it to Lewistown. We're all sticked up. Brooks got her stick, I got my stick. Spencer's got his Everclear.
Got my stick.
Brody, we don't know what he's doing. Rachel's high. So about 15 minutes we're gonna go do our driver's meeting and see if me and Brooke get the same heat.
Oh, really?
I guess so.
Okay, just got done with the meeting. Got Brooke's hood bolts all done. She's all good to go. She's in the first heat. I'm in the second heat. There's 12 cars here for the weld, so they're doing 2 heats of 6. Top 2 out of each heat, and then the consolation they're doing 3 out of that heat, so there'll be a 7-car feature. And it's kind of cool. They do like they put a stick in the middle and you win a fuel jug, or I forget what else they had, but yeah, we'll see how it goes, and I guess me and Brooke can take turns videoing each other. Well, they do this parade of cars thing. We just got to kind of participate. They do the best paint and national anthem and all that stuff. Everyone pulls out, so I guess we'll participate in that. All right, they called out heat number 1. Well, first time for everything. Got banned from a derby. I guess when you let people team on you, I get the short end of the stick, I guess.
Lewistown's most hated right here.
They got a sheriff right there waiting for us to leave, and sheriff right there waiting for us to leave. I mean, they said the only reason you can get out of your car is if you're injured, and I messed my knee up and got out of my car and started getting pushed in the back, and what a great show. Now you're on YouTube. You got anything to add to that, Spencer? Well, it's the following day. Had a little time to think about exactly what happened. Basically, it just comes down to the people in that town don't like me winning their show. That's what it is. I won that show like 3 times. Brooke took second there in 2021. They just want locals only. That's what it is. And they were looking for every opportunity to shut me down and kick me out of that place. And the rule was if you got out of your car, you could no longer compete in the race while the derby was going on. This is what they said in the race. I was done. I was completely done and over with the whole thing because everyone in the heat was going after me, which I get it. I totally get it. It's competition, whatever. The fact that the judges didn't shut that down, because that's their big thing, no teaming. That was very disheartening, and I guess I just retaliated by junking my car, and I said screw it, I'm going home. And I got out of my car, and the guy screamed at me. One of the sideline judges screamed at me and told me that I needed to leave and to get the F out of here. And I said, so much for no teaming. And that's when he started pushing me, shoving me, grabbing me by the shirt, yelling at me a whole bunch. And then some other guy came over and he started pushing me, and they were like pushing me from a foot away from my back, and it honestly felt like I was getting like hit in the back, and they just kept telling me I had to leave, and I'm telling them that I am leaving. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm done with the show. And the announcer just kept carrying on and on about how I violated a judge. What? I was being escorted out by the police. What? None of that happened. The cops were super cool. They asked me if I was okay. I told them exactly what was going on, and those guys were like, yeah, you definitely got screwed in the heat. We saw that. What? anyways, I'm completely done with that show. Sorry we couldn't film more. I guess all I can do is really show you that Brooke's car, it actually held up really good for the guy that was supposedly running with her pretty much full tractor and pushed her on the berm, but it held up pretty good. I think it probably pushed back on the boxes. Nothing major. My trunk did really good, other than both humps blew out bigger than crap, and then the front end I just held her wide open and let whatever happen. So that's where we are with that. Got a nice little dent in my steering box, it looks like, but it was still steering, it was still shifting. I just ended up getting stuck because the front end's to the moon, but I don't know what else to say. I really love this sport, but people like that ruin it for me, and I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know if I just want to sell all my stuff and be done with this and just build cars for other people and put them on here so you guys can watch that, or I don't know what to do. But really want to thank all you guys for watching these videos. We're almost at 500 subscribers, which is awesome. That last video blew up pretty good, so appreciate all you guys for watching, and if you want to hit that subscribe button, I would appreciate it very much. Other than that, we will see you on the next one.